How smart is Megumi versus Reggie? It starts in chapter 170. Both characters have their signature moves as advantages, shadows, and receipts. Megumi also has his domain expansion. Megumi starts with the play, the elephant. Reggie dodges, but this was a pincer attack combined with his rabbits. Reggie counters with his own play by throwing a net. Megumi dodges, but his rabbits are captured. Reggie attacks with knives, but Megumi counters with his sword. Then Megumi reveals that water can counter the receipts. Reggie heals himself with his receipts. Megumi makes a play to escape with Nue, so Reggie responds with drones and a bike to follow him. Megumi enters a gym as a setup for a later play. Reggie surprise attacks him with giant trucks and potted plants. The trucks miss, but the pots land. They are even in close quarters combat, but Reggie throws a radish with a knife inside for another hit. Megumi ends chapter 170 by using his domain in the gym, the play that he was setting up. Reggie counters with hollow wicker basket to avoid the sure hit. Megumi unintentionally counters by not having a sure hit technique. His domain boosts his shadows to 120%. He uses a frog and shadow clone play to land blows. Reggie summons blades to counter the frogs, but it's not enough. Reggie targets the domain's weak spot by summoning cars. He plans to crush Megumi with his weight, but is countered. Megumi drops an elephant on Reggie, since the ceiling counts as his shadow too. This soaks him in water, his weak spot, limiting his receipts. While both are trying to crush each other first, Reggie makes a play. When he falls into the water of the shadows, he commands a car to lift him back up. This is due to a loophole in his powers. This counters the elephant, but because the car is gone, it mildly counters his own play. Then he summons the house to end the fight, but Megumi counters by deactivating his domain, hiding in his shadow, and letting the house break the floor to put Reggie in the pool. This play further took advantage of the water weak point. When they engage in CQC, Megumi uses his dog as a surprise attack to end the fight. This is one of the best fights in JJK. The shadows and contractual recreation are mostly the two only abilities present in this fight, but due to clever writing, both sides had tons of tactics. This fight is made almost entirely out of plays, but all of the plays derive from a single advantage, which is what makes it so clever. It shows that a heavy focus on plays can rival a heavy focus on advantages. Megumi has one ability with 10 different potential applications. Reggie has one ability, which has a range only limited by the user's creativity. Neither fighter had a signature go-to move that does a lot of damage, so they're forced to fight smarter. Both use deception, pincer attacks, and surprise attacks to make the most of their skill set. They rack up damage by landing smaller blows over time, and many of the plays are countered rather than just working. There are several plays in just 3 chapters, showing how tactical both sides were. Despite the focus on plays, countering the source of advantages was important. Reggie effectively countered Megumi's Chimera Shadow Garden with his cars and house, but Megumi didn't lose because he was smart enough to counter the counter. Reggie was unable to counter 10 shadows, but his opponent countered the contract advantage with water, leading to Megumi's victory. Yuji vs Chozo also counters the main advantage with water, but the way Megumi does it by using his own advantage makes it smarter. This gets an A+. I don't see any flaws. The only criticism I could possibly have is that Megumi still hadn't revealed all 10 shadows yet.